The general consensus is that rates are going to keep rising at least through December, maybe into next year. The Fed minutes are much more focused on the risks of the economy being inflation and trying to cool the market down. So I think while it's true that people say don't fight the Fed, we've actually had rates rising for the past 2 years and the market has still been grinding higher. The real question is how much more rate rises will we have before it starts to slow the economy? It's a really interesting question because the world really is running at different temperatures right now. So you've got the US market, which, like we just talked about, is running pretty hot. We've got, just the other day, I saw data that showed we've got more open jobs than we've got people looking for jobs in America. So there's starting to be some wage inflation in non-management roles, and that will eventually trickle through to consumer price inflation, which is what the Fed is really worried about. What's interesting is, so America's been raising rates now for 2 years. Europe is still winding down its quant easing. They're just starting to talk about raising rates. But Asia is actually probably further ahead on the business cycle, and the Chinese economy, the Australian economies are starting to slow down a lot. A lot of other economies in Asia as well are starting to slow, and so there we're starting to see the governments try to be more accommodative. The markets rise when the US gets good earnings globally just because stocks all are worth more, but in reality I think the longer term trend, and you've seen it in returns this year, is Asian markets are already turning towards a bear market, whereas the US market is still at close to all-time highs.